new class of LAPD officers is ready to hit the streets, but could this be one of the last graduations for a while? The mayor says a funding crisis could bring hiring to a halt, and the ripple effect could be drastic. Fox 11's Gina Silva is live in downtown LA with more. Gina?
Laura, the LAPD got some new funding, but it's nowhere near what the department was asking for.
And it's really just a reckless political theater. And it's awful because what's being gamed here is this idea that we're trying to prohibit hiring. And that's the furthest from the truth.
The LA City Council spent much of its meeting debating whether to approve a $4.4 million request to hire more LAPD officers. Some council members expressed frustration at being rushed into a major funding decision.
Do we follow a budget process that's grounded in honesty and fiscal solvency, or do we set aside our process to meet an entirely manufactured deadline?
For me, the health and safety of our constituents is number one. This will help us start growing back to the number where I believe that this city needs to be.
In the end, the council approved only $1 million increase, allowing a new class of LAPD recruits to start training in January.
LAPD wanted $4.4 million. They only got $1 million. They're very upset. What the LAPD is saying, we need more people because of the upcoming Olympics. We need to take care of this recruitment class, all of that. I'm all for the police having the money that they need so they can improve the public safety, be ready for big events, less overtime and burnout, and the recruitment. That's great. I understand it. But what I don't like about the LAPD, what we have found is they've been getting a lot of payouts or paying people out for their legal situations. Meaning this year or in 2024, they paid out $289 million in legal settlements because of the LAPD. Now, if we didn't have the legal settlements, maybe we'll have some money to give to the LAPD. So when you dig in this, people want to say, oh, they don't want to give the money to the police. But the police is actually costing city money. Let's think about that. $289 million in 2024. If we talk about 2025, you have a $1.5 million settlement, $300,000 settlement, $1.6 million in settlements in 2021. And then over the last 5 years, they had 68.5, one over payouts. So we need better police officers. We need to see how can the city not get punished because you guys are doing policing wrong. I'm all for the police. We do need the police. We do need law and order. But are the police or is the police department being an asset to LA if LA has to pay out so much money because of settlements of things that you guys did wrong? Who is the money coming from for these settlements? The city. This is why the city is so hesitant to giving them more money. You want another recruiting class, but if you didn't have the $289 million in settlements, we'll have plenty of money for the LAPD and the LAFD. So let's not fall into this narrative that the city of LA doesn't want to pay the police officers. I'm all for the police officers. We need them, obviously. But are they becoming a liability more than they becoming an asset? They're getting sued, right? It says they have large historical payouts. The city has settled many LAPD misconduct lawsuits over decades. Major case from the Rampart scandal of the late 1990s, $125 million, and other civil rights suits. Basically, y'all fuck ups is costing the city. But this is over a long period of time. So what is the LAPD doing to not cost the city money? They're already not responding to things on time. They already don't want to do, a whole lot of paperwork. We all know this about police officers, especially LAPD. Are all LAPD officers bad? Absolutely not. But if you guys are being more of a liability than an asset, then why do you need more money? What is the money going for? For a new recruitment class, but you're costing us money. This is why you have to have a mayor, Karen Bass, to not just be for the police department, to kind of say, hey, we need you guys to be better. We need a mayor, Karen Bass, to hold the police department accountable. Look, if I'm mayor, I don't mind giving y'all the bread because we need y'all. But if you keep costing me money and keep costing the city money, how can I fight for that? This is why you need somebody in leadership that treats the city budget like a business. Who's costing me the most money? Police department. Okay, cool. Let me talk to y'all. Let's figure this out. Do I need to get insurance policies on each one of y'all? So if y'all fuck up, the insurance paid me out. And y'all got to deal with the insurance. So if the insurance won't approve you, you can't work LAPD no more. What do we need to do? Because I got to give y'all a punishment because y'all costing me money. We need the police. I'm in favor of the police. But how am I supposed to give you more money? Or how is the city of LA supposed to give you more money when you're costing us so much money in the back end? So I understand why the LA City Council was very hesitant. It's because they know how much money they've been paying out because of the LAPD.
LAPD has been spread way too thin. From the fires on January 7th to the civil unrest to today, we've watched them struggle to balance everyday needs with those concurrent commitments to staff multiple ongoing events and emergencies. We have major world events coming. Residents and businesses all over the city are begging for more police resources. Our 911 and emergency response times are already abysmally low.
So there was a lot of going back and forth on this subject. In the end, it was the $1 million that was approved, and that's for 240 police recruits to go through the training through the academy in January. Now, the biggest concern for many of the council members was getting money from the reserve, which is designated only for emergencies. They also talked about this sense of emergency, and they felt like it wasn't it was just fabricated. They said it didn't need to be on a Friday, the last meeting before the holidays. Laura?
Well, Gina, of course, everyone wants to feel safe in their neighborhoods. What are the chances that they will be able to go back next year and try to get more money, or is this it for a whole year?
Slim.
Well, this is for this fiscal year. So, yes, they can absolutely come back and try to request additional funding. And that's what many of the council members were suggesting. Like, why can't we just do this at a later time, not right now? And we need to figure out where the money is going to come from.
LA is having a hard time with the budget, right? Very, very, very tight. But a good reason of that is because of settlements from the LAPD. LAPD has been caught in a lot of settlements, a lot of money going out because of what they're doing. So how about we focus on minimizing that, and we'll give you whatever you need to have a full force. That's the reason why. So we start to point the finger at why we don't have enough police officers. Everybody wants to make it seem like it's the city. It's the city. But if you do a little bit of research and just look at how much money that goes out for these settlements, now you're like, this is why the budget is so tight. And that's just for the LAPD. Imagine other sectors that get paid by the city. These lawsuits in California is crazy. It's because everybody's so sue happy. Everybody wants to attack, and I get it. But there has to be something or some way where California or LA can figure out a way to not get hit so hard with these lawsuits. But that's the reason why the budget is tight. That's the reason why the LAPD doesn't get as much money as they need. It's because we ain't got it. And then second of all, the people that are asking us for money are one of the main culprits for us paying out money. So we're curious to see what we do, but I don't think that the Olympics should be coming here. We don't have enough police. So hopefully LA County, I think they will help it obviously as well. We got other neighboring places, but first thing you got to do to get this budget right is start looking at the liabilities, and LAPD settlements are probably one of the biggest liabilities that they have. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to get all the new videos. We'll keep this thing rocking as usual. Appreciate everybody just support in the comments. Daily show is coming soon.